Hey everyone. So I consider myself as a memeologist, a meme dealer. Just basically, I'm just a huge meme lover. So I follow about like 20 meme pages on Facebook, Instagram, and everything because memes are part of my daily life. And in particular, the type of memes that I like the most, it might sound weird to some of you, but it's actually, next slide, dark memes. Memes that are the topic are sort of sensitive and really questionable for some people. But what I realized in particular, ever since I got here in Korea, is that people viewed me really as a negative person compared to when I lived in other countries. And what I want to say is that I'm just normal, like every single one of you. I might be different, but I enjoy these types of dark memes because there is a certain reason. And so what I want to do in this presentation here is I want to change your perspective on dark memes or dark humor in general and explain why they might be helpful in our lives at times, especially if you're college students particularly. So yeah, so I want to turn you guys, I want to view me not like this, but just a normal person. So the first reason why dark humor can be helpful in our lives is actually what's called cognitive reframing or cognitive restructuring. Now in psychology, this is a psychological term, but to make it understand easier, it's basically structuring your mind, thinking in a way from a negative event into a positive event. Now, humor actually has been, according to researchers, humor is actually a great way to regulate emotions. And because humor has a role in that, it can increase the positive sort of emotions and the motivations and decrease the negative effects. And it's actually a great way to sort of deal with adversities or any sort of hardships that we face in our lives. So, next slide. So what humor does is, when you're in a negative event, it sort of acts like a helpful tool to turn you into a positive person. So let's say when you're really stressed out at work or stressed out at school, you look at some humor, and then you just enjoy your life. You're basically restructuring your brain to think about, okay, let's not think about these negative things, but let's take it in a positive way. Now, obviously humor works, but the thing is, depending on the significance of your hardships or stress, sometimes that significance of the humor has to be increased. Like, there's no other choice, because not yet. It's okay. So according to a Canadian research on the, work journalists in 6 different companies, they actually found out that one of the most common ways for workers to relieve their stress, whether it's a relationship stress or work stress, is actually dark humor. Because they're so fatigued with their daily lives and how hard things goes, they need a sort of trigger that's really strong, that impacts your mind, and they could go, haha, oh my god, I can relate to this so much, why do I find this so funny? That just explains it, how dark humor can actually be a great sort of solution when you're really stressed out, like in your really stressed out situation, to sort of overturn your negative feelings into a positive feelings. So, and the second one is that it's actually just a source of interaction for people. So, according to actually go next slide. So according to Bart Andrews, who's actually a psychologist, and he's also a professor at American Suicidology Association, he says that when you read the threads on these suicidal memes or any form of dark humor, people find it really helpful. They don't feel alone. They understand that there is people to relate with the platform, actually understand with each other in a really sort of clever way. So, for example, this is one of the meme pages that I follow. It's called Subtle Depressed People Traits. But the thing is, this is not a sort of bad page. It's not people sharing their depressed stories, but rather sharing the depression stories in a really sort of clever, satirical way so that people can relate, find it funny, find their voices, and eventually express it out to other peoples in the public. What it's saying is, dark humor does not isolate people, but it actually encourages people to get back with the society, to find a way to, talk to the others, to find their inner voice and their confidence, and such. And also, these sort of platforms is actually powerful in the sense that a humorologist named Avner Ziv, he claimed that humor and dark humor or any sort of comedy, satire, is a great way to sort of change up or reform the society. It allows the society and society to blend in together because if they can find a common ground of humor and they can enjoy both, it actually creates a change. And people will sort of eventually either get together well and such. Excellent. So yeah, this meme actually explains what I've been saying. Sometimes by expressing yourself as a meme, you will find someone that will actually relate it together. And then eventually it will all work out. People can enjoy it. So what I want to say is, next time when you see someone who enjoys dark humor, don't just judge them. Don't think that they're weird. And please don't, for the love of God, don't think that they're depressed people. And next slide actually. Don't tell people that when they enjoy depression humor, don't tell them to be sad, because let's be honest, like if someone's sad and you tell them, oh, don't be sad, does that work? No. Accept the memes they enjoy. Accept it. Actually, this is the last slide here. Accept the humor of different people and actually embrace them. Because the person that you look at, the person that you think that, oh, he's just a depressed person and a really weirdo who enjoys dark stuff, is actually just the normal people, just want to get back into society and want to find people to relate and talk to in our lives. Yeah, and that's all from me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll have about 7 minutes of discussion time, so these are the 3 main questions that I want to go over. The first one is, I want to know what are your general thoughts